So next topic is our oxidation and reduction. So this will be the difference between oxidation and reduction also. So let's see first oxidation. So it is a chemical change which involves the addition of oxygen, removal of hydrogen and removal of electron from an atom. So look at the first example. When copper react with the oxygen, it forms copper oxide, right? So addition of oxygen is happening here. So this is the example of oxidation, right? Now look at the second example. Sulfur dioxide, when react with sulfur oxygen, it forms sulfur trioxide. So one more atom is added to the sulfur dioxide. So these both reaction is of oxidation. Okay. Now look at the second example. Partial and removal of hydrogen from the compound is called also oxidation, right? So this is the second definition of oxidation. So from hydrogen sulfide, we are removing the sulfur, right? Or removing the hydrogen from sulfur hydrogen sulfide, and addition hydrogen is added to the chlorine atom. So this is the removal of hydrogen from hydrogen sulfide. So this is also the example of oxidation. Now look out on the other side. Reduction is a chemical change which involves the addition of hydrogen, removal of oxygen or gain of electron, right? So this is called reduction. So you can see that copper oxide, when react with the hydrogen, it forms copper and water molecules comes out, right? So you can see that oxygen is removed and hydrogen is added. So addition of hydrogen is here and removal of oxygen is here, right? So this is the removal of oxygen. So removal of oxygen is called reduction. So now look at the next example. Copper oxide, when react with carbon monoxide, we get copper and carbon dioxide, right? So again, from copper oxide, oxygen is removed. And in the third example, when copper oxide react with the ammonia, here also we get copper and nitrogen gas and water molecules. So write these points of oxidation and reduction. Next point is partial or complete removal of hydrogen. I have explained you, right. Next point is for the reduction, when hydrogen sulfide react with the chlorine. Okay, so chlorine get hydrogen, right? So here addition of hydrogen happens. So this is the example of reduction, right? Now look at the oxidizing agent and reducing agent. A substance that brings about oxidation or oxidize another substance is called oxidizing agent. Like magnesium dioxide, potassium permanganate, potassium dichromate, red lead, bleaching powder, potassium nitrate. So these are the solid substance or compound which acts as an oxidizing agent. Oxidizing agents are those substance which produce oxygen, right? Like manganese dioxide, it will give you the oxygen atom, right? Now look at the liquid example, that is hydrogen peroxide H2O2 and concentrated nitric acid. So these are
I did not understand oxidizing agent.
the oxides or the oxidizing agent or the compounds which give oxygen after decomposition, like KMNO4. KMNO4 is called potassium permanganate. So potassium permanganate is used for producing nascent oxygen, right? In the similar manner, manganese dioxide also produce oxygen. Potassium dichromate also produce. So K2Cr2O7 is potassium dichromate. So it acts as an oxidizing agent. Oxidizing agent is the substance which produce oxygen. Okay? And that nascent oxygen reacts with another substance. Okay? So these are the mainly substance which produce oxygen. So these acts as oxidizing agent. In the similar manner, hydrogen peroxide, nitric acid, sulfuric acid. ठीक है, और in the gas form, oxygen, ozone, sulfur dioxide, chlorine will act as a oxidizing agent. So these are the names of the oxidizing agent which produce oxygen. So इसका काम क्या है एक्चुअली, ये आपको ऑक्सीजन प्रोवाइड करके देगा या प्रोड्यूस करके देगा. सो दीज आर द ऑक्सीडाइजिंग एजेंट. इसको हम लोग ऑक्सीडेंट भी बोलते हैं. ठीक है, ये आप लिख लो. So next topic is reducing agent or reductant. So the substance that brings about reduction, that is reduce the another substance, is called reducing agent. Example is solid like carbon, metal, metal hydride, glucose, tin, chloride. These are the substances which are in the solid form but acts as a reducing agent. It produces nascent hydrogen. So we put nascent hydrogen like this, right? One atom of hydrogen, and in the square form, a square form represents the nascent hydrogen. So it is called nascent hydrogen. Nascent hydrogen means it is very reactive atom of a hydrogen. It will react fast, right? Now next example of reducing agent in the liquid form is hydrogen iodide, hydrogen bromide, hydrogen peroxide. So hydrogen iodide is Hi, hydrogen bromide is HBr, hydrogen peroxide is H2O2. So these are the liquid form of reducing agent which produce hydrogen, nascent hydrogen again. In the similar manner for the gases like carbon monoxide, sulfur dioxide, hydrogen gas, hydrogen sulfide. So this is the substance which is the liquid which produce hydrogen gas. ठीक है, तो ये कुछ नहीं, reducing agents are the agents which produce nascent hydrogen. ठीक है, ये आपका बस simple example है, simple concept है ये. ठीक है, write the example and definition. ठीक है, next देखो uses of hydrogen. So first use is hydrogen is used as a fuel and is likely to become an important fuel of the future. So hydrogen is a good fuel, so we can use in the future because this is very costly fuel. That's why we are not using nowadays, but in the future after 5 or 10 years we will be using hydrogen gas as a fuel. Next point is oxygen hydrogen flame is used for the cutting and welding of the metal. Suppose you want to cut the metal, we use the hydrogen, oxy hydrogen to cut here. ठीक है, or to join any two metal or part of the metal, we use also oxy hydrogen flame, right? So that is called welding, and cutting part is called cutting. Joining part is called welding. Next point is third, hydrogen along with nitrogen is used in the manufacture of ammonia. So when hydrogen react with the nitrogen gas, it produces ammonia gas, right? This you will study in 11th class in P block. ठीक है, uses of hydrogen. So and next, ammonia is used for the making of fertilizers which we use in our land. ठीक है, for the crop. So ammonia is also used for making fertilizer and dry stuffs also. Next point is it is used in the hydrogenation of oil. When oil react with the hydrogen, ठीक है, so hydrogenation of oil is called. So suppose I will explain by the reaction. Suppose this is double bond reaction with the carbon, ठीक है. So when react with the hydrogen, so this will be converted in the single form. So you can say that unsaturated carbon or alkene is converted into alkane, single bond. ठीक है, so you can say in simple manner that double bond is converted into single bond. That is called hydrogenation of oil. Next is it is a process by which vegetable oil are converted into fats. ठीक है, by this process we convert vegetable oil into the fats or ghee. ठीक है, so that's why we are getting so many ghee na. That ghee is not naturally formed, it is artificially formed now. Next point is hydrogen is used in the extraction of metal from their oxides. ठीक है, तो बहुत सारे ऑक्साइड से हम लोग मेटल ऑब्टेन करने के लिए भी इसका रिएक्शन करते हैं. जैसे आयरन ऑक्साइड हो गया, ठीक है। व्हेन इट रिएक्ट विद हाइड्रोजन इट फॉर्म आयरन प्लस H2O ना। So write this uses of hydrogen. Now look at the next point. When hydrogen is passed over heated metal oxide like copper oxide, iron oxide, lead oxide, it combined with the oxygen and to form the stem and metal is set free. So look at the example. When copper oxide react with the hydrogen, it form copper and hydrogen gas comes out. In the similar manner, iron oxide react with the hydrogen, it produce iron and water gas is given out. Like lead oxide react with the hydrogen, it produce lead and water molecules. Okay. So write this point. Next point is hydrogen balloon were cause of the air sea disaster in 1930. Drawback of using hydrogen as a fuel in the balloon is that it theoretically burst into flame, forming an explosive mixture with the oxygen in the air. Okay. That's why we don't use hydrogen now, because it catches fire and we can't control that explosion.